Dragon Ball Super episode 56 is now listed in the history books, and today we're going to be diving into the prediction video as to what may or may not happen and pertains to Dragon Ball Super episode 57. Now, in case you guys have not watched Dragon Ball Super episode 56, I highly suggest for you guys to tune off of this video because this video will contain massive amounts of spoilers. So in case you guys don't want anything ruined for you, just simply fast forward the video, come back so we can talk more Dragon Ball Super down in the comment section below. The Immortal God Zamasu is up next, Dragon Ball Super episode 57, and what will be the final conclusion as to what Zamasu will do, his next move, in which case we'll finally find out as to what he's going to do. It pertains to his vision of humanity being destroyed, and of course the meaning behind the title, the Immortal God Zamasu. Now, for many of you out there who don't know what the word immortal means, it means everlasting life, never being able to decay or die, and immortal being especially a god of ancient origins that may never perish. There is a difference between mortals and immortals. Immortals are beings that can last forever. Now, does that insinuate that Zamasu is such a being, that Zamasu is also one of these quote-unquote immortal beings? I don't think that's the case. I don't think in any way, shape, or form that Zamasu is indeed immortal, but however, these next few episodes are going to be circulating and surrounding his overall vision of destroying humanity and the overall connection between him and Black Goku into Dragon Ball Super episode 58. Now, going into next week's episode, guys, we saw what happened with Vegeta, Goku, and Black in this particular episode. Super Saiyan Rose, I will say, looks absolutely phenomenal. Anybody out there who wants to make any sort of homophobe comments, any sort of negative comments in relation to this transformation being different, although this is not, you know, designed relatively different in terms of like Super Saiyan 4 design, there is a color difference. However, people are going to be bashing this transformation just for the simple fact that it's only recoloring. Given the circumstance that yes, it may indeed be lazy design, I think that there's more meaning behind black than what we originally know, that being the Black Rose, the symbolism of death, purple and slash pink being a symbolism of royalty and power in Japan, also symbolizing death as well. Black is the overall definition of death. He is the Black Rose, he is the thorn in the garden, and of course leading into next week's episode. And with that being said, I'm joined here today by JrzSaiyan as we discuss Dragon Ball Super episode 56, and without wasting any time, what did you think about what the hell you saw today? Because that was by far, at least for me, one of the most greatest episodes that I've seen in Dragon Ball Super thus far. I mean, who would have thought that Black would have improved so much? So I wanted to get your thoughts on this episode, and it pertains to next week's episode. What do you expect to see from Trunks fighting Zamasu, and finally having to see Super Saiyan Blue Goku fight Super Saiyan Rose Black? It's just great, man. What do you expect to see next week?
Wow, man. So this episode was freaking crazy, amazing. So much action. Vegeta got screwed over again.
Badly. He got screwed bad.
He got stabbed right in the chest. Wow, guys, this is great. This episode is exactly
as great as this was. Do you think next week's is going to be better, or do you think that this week's was just so good that next week will not be able to top that? Because with the big reveal towards the very end of Zamasu just coming down from the sky, Vegeta getting stabbed, Black revealing that Super Saiyan Rose is actually the powers of Goku, like Son Goku's like raw energy, like, you know, utilized in a format. It's nuts. So what do you expect to see next week? Is Goku going to have the upper hand here against Black, or do you believe that Black is going to have the upper hand on Goku? And what are your thoughts on Trunks versus Zamasu? Let's go ahead and talk on that first. What do you think is going to happen when future Trunks fights Zamasu? Like, who do you think is going to have the upper hand here?
This is hard. I do believe Zamasu at the very beginning will have the upper hand because of the fact that Zamasu already fought a Super Saiyan 2, which is what I'm supposing Trunks is going to go, because that's his furthest form, right? Or transformation. Right. So Zamasu had already fought Super Saiyan 2 Goku back in Universe 10 over there when they when they met and they sparred and all that. But Goku wasn't going full power. He was kind of toying with him. So with that being said, I believe Trunks will go stronger. Right now he's nervous because he's overwhelmed with the fact that his dad just got stabbed in the chest.
And Vegeta's down for the count. This dude's not getting up right now.
Exactly. He's pretty much in shock that, you know, his dad is a god, Super Saiyan god, Super Saiyan, and he got stabbed in the chest like nothing by Black, who just all of a sudden transformed. You know, this was a huge reveal not only for us but for the Z Fighters and for Trunks and everyone. So I do believe it's going to be a good fight with Zamasu and Trunks. I hope Trunks comes up on top. I do believe he will, though I do think Zamasu will have the upper hand in the beginning, and something will allow Trunks to either ascend or to just beat the shit out of him.
I actually feel quite differently. I do think Zamasu is going to beat the holy mess out of Trunks because if you look at how brilliant of a fighter Goku is, I'm not trying to compare Goku and Trunks here, but
No,
considering the fact that even if Zamasu was able to gain somewhat of an understanding as to how Goku fights going into this particular battle, I'm pretty sure he's aware of the Super Saiyajin form and he's aware of what these Saiyans can do. So thus, I don't think he's going to be giving Trunks any sort of advantage to going ahead and progress forward in this fight. However, I do think that it strikes me a little odd to see this version of Zamasu, and the reason why I say this version is because when he came down from the heavens, we see he's wearing the green earrings. Last I checked, last we all saw in the previous episode, Zamasu was questioning Gawasu. He was questioning him, he was putting him into question. He was considering him to be a sinner, yet he still had the orange earrings. So the question here is what the hell happened? I mean, are we going to have an understanding as to what happened with Zamasu during that timeline? Maybe this is a different version of Zamasu. Maybe there's two versions of Zamasu here, but again, it contradicts itself because when Zamasu came down, he told Black, he goes, easy, that's enough, allow me to have my revenge on Goku. So obviously he's very bitter as to what happened in Universe 10. So you're saying that Zamasu is going to have the upper hand and Trunks is going to counter that. I don't know, man. What makes you think Trunks is going to counter that?
Trunks needs to, dude.
He definitely needs to. What is he going to do? His power is nowhere near Black or Zamasu.
I know. That's why I'm saying he needs to figure out something. Something needs to push him over the edge, just like in every other arc of Dragon Ball where there has, Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. He got pushed over.
Right. That was a very crucial moment.
I feel like this might be that. It can be that crucial moment if they utilize it correctly for Trunks not to defeat Black. He's not gonna fucking defeat Black, but at least Zamasu.
Wait, so you're saying that he's gonna have somewhat of a Gohan moment back when he fought Cell?
No, I'm saying I hope so.
Because I mean, I can definitely there's tons of foreshadowing here. This is future Trunks' timeline here. All right, so what about Goku fighting Black? Because as we saw with the demonstration of Super Saiyan Rose, bruh, Super Saiyan Rose is something that we cannot take lightly at all. Because as we saw, Vegeta took him serious, and he ended up cutting the dude. And I'm not trying to say Vegeta's a dumb fighter and all, but this is kind of sad because Golden Frieza arc, the planet blew up. Technically, Vegeta died. We just had a reverse time. Universal, God Destruction Tournament, Hit knocked him out. Hit knocked him out in front of everybody. And now we have Black stabbing him. I think Vegeta is on the receiving end of just getting his ass whooped by every single major character that comes by. But what do you think about Super Saiyan Rose here? Like, do you think that Goku's going to have enough power? Even if somehow he manages to go Kaioken times 10, will that be enough? What do you think?
I was actually talking about this. So I do think Goku is not going full power. I mean, we can, of course, believe that because Goku always holds back in the beginning, right? So I do think Goku's not going full power, but Super Saiyan Rose, bro, that shit's something else. I don't know what the hell, Black, what kind of steroids Black took, but damn, bro, this is some crazy power. And I don't know, I'm really conflicted because from what we saw, Super Saiyan God Blue, or Super Saiyan Blue is nothing compared, at least Vegeta's version. And Vegeta wasn't tired before, so he had no excuse this time of, he transformed before fighting Kaba with hit, that kind of thing. There's no excuse, bro. He went straight into the fight. He went at it, and he got his ass beat. So this is a strong-ass transformation. We cannot take it lightly. And I just want to see where this goes because honestly, it's going to be a hell of a battle.
It's not even the fact that he got his ass whooped. It's the fact that Black unleashed somewhat of like this like saber-like attack. It was crazy. Like it penetrated Vegeta like just instantly. And to think how strong and durable Vegeta might be. So, what are your expectations with Goku here? Like, is Goku gonna dish something out here? Because there's no way this dude cannot be fighting serious right now. He just saw his friend get like sliced. Trunks having to beat Zamasu, so like what's your deal here? Like what do you think is gonna happen here? Like what are your thoughts on the foreshadowing of the title, Advent of the Immortal God Zamasu? Like, is Zamasu immortal? Like, what do you think here?
Is he immortal?
Is he immortal? Like, what do you think?
What do I think? I don't think he's immortal. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted, bro. I don't think he's immortal though. Everyone they say that's been immortal, at least in Dragon Ball so far, has not really been immortal. So I just believe he's so strong that he believes he is.
I really firmly believe that Zamasu is gonna beat Trunks. I don't see it to where, like your theory here on Trunks making a comeback, maybe like after everything is said and done, but like early during the get-go, I cannot see Trunks winning this one, because Zamasu is supposed to be a prodigy among the Kais, right? He's a very gifted fighter. So like in that respect, why would you have someone as high as a ranking as Zamasu just drop lower to a Saiyan like that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I think that in conclusion, the fight next week is definitely going to be kind of one-sided. And the reason why I say one-sided is because I think Black's going to kick Goku's ass. And I also think that Zamasu is going to kick Trunks' ass. Now, in terms of Vegeta, what do you think is going to happen here? Like, is he going to receive somewhat of a senzu bean? Or are they possibly going to use fusion down the road? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
If this is somehow, if Black really got that fucking strong for them to use fusion, that would be perfect. No, honestly, that would be a perfect time for them to use fusion. Although, no, that actually would be a perfect time.
They have to. They have to. And I'm not, guys, we're not confirming this. We're actually suggesting that to fight someone who inherits the power of Son Goku in the form of a transformation is quite scary, because we saw how he was able to maneuver and fluctuate that saber-like attack, like through his hand and then on his body and stuff. It was pretty scary stuff. And then right when he was about to unleash the Kamehameha wave, Zamasu came down, and in the preview we saw how he was going to unleash this Kamehameha wave. So if there was ever a time to use fusion, do you think this would be it?
I do. I really do. If he's
which variation, Gogeta or Vegito? Because Vegeta can't stand up, dude. There's no way he's performing the Metamorph fusion dance, like having that wound in his body.
They don't have the Batara rings. That's the only problem here.
But do you think that would ultimately be enough to defeat Black?
Oh yes, it would have to be. If not, Black's too OP and Zeno comes out of nowhere and fists him in the ass, because that'd be way too.
And that's the thing, guys. I was actually reading in the comment section of my breakdown and whatnot. A lot of you guys seem to think that Black is just way too OP'd now. I don't think that's the case. This was the enemy that I think was needed to push our characters, because Hit wasn't considered an enemy. He was more or less an adversary during the Budokai tournament. So, like, he wasn't labeled as, like, this heartless, destructive force of nature. However, Black is. But we don't just have one villain. We don't have one traditional villain, where we have two. This is like somewhat of an android pairing. We have Zamasu, who's seemingly controlling Black, and we have Black.
It's badass. It's badass that they teamed up.
So let me ask you, who do you think dies first? Do you think Zamasu dies first or Black? Because something tells me I have like this weird feeling that this is foreshadowing the Hakaioshin and the Kaioshin connection. Without a Kaioshin being present, the Hakaioshin dies. Maybe in order to defeat Black, you're not supposed to directly impose your fighting tactics and your battle tactics towards him. What if you kill Zamasu, and as a result of Zamasu dying, Black dies? What do you think of that?
Well, that actually would work, because you'd be killing him in the past, which would kill his future self, wouldn't it? Right? Is that how it works? If you kill...
But then again, it's a contradiction, because we don't know what the hell happened with Zamasu in his timeline, because he has the green earrings. Gowasu took them back clearly. We don't know if this is a different variation of Zamasu. People are suggesting that this is a different Zamasu than we've seen before. People are saying that this is a different variation, because obviously enough, with the one that we saw in our present timeline, he was conflicted between good and evil, so we can't really tell if it's him or not. If it is him, then goddamn, he has the greatest... I think he holds more of a grudge than Broly, bro, because this dude had to go into the future, go in the past, just to get his revenge on Goku because of what happened in Universe 10. So, in conclusion, what do you think happens to Vegeta next week? What do you think happens to Goku? And what do you think happens to Trunks?
Okay, Trunks. I do believe he's gonna get his ass kicked. Goku. Shit, bro.
Is Goku gonna survive? I think he is, but I think he's gonna
survive.
He's gonna be in one of those situations where he's gonna get his ass whooped, and then he's just gonna be like, ah, man, like, what in the fuck? Like, I did not think like you would be this strong.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
I kind of feel that now happening, but next episode's gonna be wild, bro. I can't wait.
like I said, guys, post your predictions down below. I personally just feel as if this is foreshadowing something greater. In order to fight an enemy who is supposedly supposed to be stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue, as we saw with him just fighting Goku easily, trying to cut him in half and stuff, pretty scary stuff. I think that they're either going to have to require more help, or they're going to have to revert to a fusion or something. We don't know. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, as to what you guys believe is going to happen next week. Just again, I are you not hyped for this? Like, are
Dude,
you
I'm
not
fucking hyped, bro.
like what did you think of episode 56? Like how would you rank that? Like, where would you rank that among all of your favorite episodes so far?
That's top 5.
This is definitely top 5 for me, because
hell yeah,
Survivors, Yajirobe, but then we saw like Black's demeanor. He wasn't really upset. He wasn't really worried. He was like, whatever, you can fight me all you want. Like, even in Black's base form, he kicked Vegeta in the stomach and Vegeta went flying into the freaking...
That was fucking crazy, dude. This episode was fucking hype, and it was so crazy the way things happened, the way things unfolded. I was jumping up and down. I was like, holy shit! Yeah, it looked like I was on cocaine, bro. Honestly.
I just really hope they execute Black and they make him out to be more of a savage. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, as to what you guys believe is going to happen. Thank you all for watching once again. Don't forget to subscribe for more daily content. If you guys are stoked for Dragon Ball Super, don't forget to punch that like button square in the face. Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to JrzSaiyan as well. Link down below. And we'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys. Peace.